For the life of me, I can't seem to understand why we continue to act like the Sig Sauer SP 2022 doesn't exist. Yes, I know, the P320 this and the P320 that, but appease me for a second. Unless you're a striker fire loyalist and think hammer fired guns have gone the route of antiquity, then go buy the fancy new P320 and be done with it. Just know you're passing over what I believe to be the gun world's best kept secret that everyone knows about but ignores because it's not a Glock. I remember walking in the gun store seeing SP 2022s going for $349. At this moment, Academy Sports and Outdoors has the SP 2022s going for $429. I know you're thinking, big whoop, there's nothing new about a gun going for well below $500. You can get a Smith & Wesson SD9VE for $300 or a Diamondback DB9 FS for $400. I could also pay a crackhead on Scott Street in Houston $5 to wash my car instead of paying $30 at an actual car wash. But do I really want to? To my eyes, the SP 2022 is the best looking gun for the money. It's not hard to see why. It looks exactly like the Sig Sauer P229R, and you have scores of people paying college tuition money for them. Except with the SP 2022, you get the look and in many ways the performance of a $900 gun for less than $450. Think Corvette Stingray. Notwithstanding Sig Sauer's notoriously low bore access, the SP 2022 has the most politically correct ergonomic system I'm aware of. Everything about the gun feels neutral. It won't win any awards for the most ergonomic gun in the world, but I don't see anything about the ergos offending anyone either. The grip texture feels rough when you slide a finger across it, but in your hand, the texture seemingly disappears. It points like a 1911. All of the controls are readily accessible without forcing you to contort your grip to engage them. In many ways, it feels like Sig wasn't too sure how people would receive their polymer wonder and priced it cautiously low out of shame. Yet at its price point, the gun comes with night sights, replaceable backstraps, loaded chamber indicator, decocker, a damn good magazine release, and a 1913 accessory rail to attach lights and lasers. Most guns in this price range have triggers that feel like someone with a hangover designed them. They're just sloppy. The SP 2022 is by no means a perfect trigger, but even compared to guns twice its price, P30, it definitely holds its own. To be completely honest, but for other SIGs fitted with their SRT trigger, the SP 2022 is almost as good as any other triggers on the more expensive SIGs. The double action pull is a relatively smooth 10 pounds. The reset has a slight false reset before actually resetting, which is a little annoying. But for that slight false reset, it's a noticeably decent trigger, which will likely get better as you break it in. I'd be hard pressed to say I had an ethereal shooting experience with the SP 2022. If you have a good number of guns, you're not likely to wake up in the morning with an overwhelming desire to shoot the SP 2022. However, when you do shoot it, it is an enjoyable experience, as it's an easy gun to shoot well. Though its low bore access doesn't do it any favors, the SP 2022 recoils exactly the way you expect a semi-full-size gun to recoil. It snaps a little and comes right back on target. I was surprised at how fast I could shoot the gun though. This gun doesn't exactly scream warp speed, but I was able to make it throw up bullets on a still target in a hurry. The SP 2022 is perfectly proportioned, so it maneuvered well without feeling like I was waiting for the gun as I transitioned from target to target. I run a rather high thumbs forward grip on my gun, so I was constantly riding the slide catch. This gun is slightly bigger than a Glock 19 with 15 rounds. I feel the pinky extension on the magazine is unnecessary. They could have made the grip a little longer and added an extra round or two instead. From the very first time I saw the SP 2022, there was something about it I liked. My first gun was a Ruger SR40, and it was a great first striker fired gun, but I feel the SP 2022 should have been my first gun. You can't really appreciate a striker fired gun until you live with a double single action gun with an exposed hammer. At this price point, the SP 2022 is an incredible gun. Sure, it lacks some of the refined qualities of a typical non-polymer frame SIG, but in all the right places, where it counts, it's right on par with its aluminum frame counterparts. Now, if you're waiting for me to say it's better than a Glock, start breathing, because it's not. But if you were buying a gun on a budget that needed to fill multiple roles, you'd be doing yourself a massive disservice by not at least entertaining the Sig Sauer SP 2022. Or if you just wanted a traditional Sig that doesn't weigh 1,000 pounds. The SP 2022 isn't some red-headed stepchild. It's a true and proper Sig Sauer. It just so happens that it's made out of the same material your mother puts the leftovers in.